So I was watching Field of Dreams yesterday because I love baseball, and I do like Kevin Costner as an actor and have a lot of respect for him. But the concept of if you build it, they will come, can also apply to your classroom. So how can you build it so your students will come, or get to your class and feel welcome and invited? And how can you make it so they enjoy your class? They feel like they can play in there, not play, but play with what you're teaching them. So I wanted to bring it back to my book called Research-Based Bilingual Instruction, and go to page 73. So in the movie Field of Dreams, they're playing baseball. They're playing what they love to do. And the whole idea of bodily kinesthetics as a process for, learning is effective. When students are moving, they tend to retain information, right? If you're teaching them something, a concept, you can have them play, a little bit of a, not real baseball, but, an academic baseball game in your classroom. You could do it, you could take that and make it your own in multiple ways. But I was thinking of page 73. I wanted to bring it back to research and what I had written. So on page 73, it says, this chapter will show how ELs use body movement to learn English. They will be improvising, acting, and using their hands, feet, eyes, etc. to practice using their language skills. According to Greenfader and Brulette, 2013, page 173, when children improvise scenes from stories, they immediately bring their own experience to bear. Dramatization helps students better understand the plot and the feelings of their characters, even if they do not initially comprehend all the words. For example, when asked, how does acting help you understand the English language? A participant stated, body language, facial expressions help them. When asked, how does your hands help you dramatize, learn, and understand the English language? A participant stated, by pointing or making hand movements while talking. And when asked, how does using sight help you learn and understand the English language? The participant stated, reading books and texts. So Greenfader and Brulette proposed a causal model to explain the impact creative drama has been shown to have on literacy and language development. By using their bodies and voices to dramatize the characters' words and actions, children gain a sense of how interactions among the characters shape the events described in the story. So you can use this for anything. If you're teaching them vocabulary, you can have them get up and move in your classroom using the words. So if let's say you're teaching them, I don't know, the color, or let's say you're teaching them computer. So maybe some students don't know what the word computer means. Multilingual learners, you can give them a definition and then have them act it out any way they want. It doesn't matter how they act it out. There's no right or wrong for how they act it out. It's how they remember the word, right? So you can do this with any students. Let's say you wanted to play baseball vocabulary. You can have, I remember doing this once in one of my classes. I put words on little sheets of paper and I scrumbled them up into a baseball, and they would, take the word and go around, just pass it around like on the piece of paper it's scrumpled up as a baseball, and each kid would open up the word and define the word in their own language, right? So you could do this with multilingual learners. You could do this with any learners, and they can tell you what the word means in their own words. And you want to make sure that the paper has the word maybe on the front and then the definition at the bottom of the paper or on the back, however you want to do it. This could be molded into anything. or if it's with multilingual learners, they can do it in their own language. They can also write the definition in their own language on the paper. I mean, you're going to have a messy piece of paper, but ultimately, what's the ultimate goal? You want them to learn, right? They can also draw pictures on the paper. There's multiple ways you can do this, and I'm sure they have, things that they're doing professional development on about this. But you can make it your own, right? Within that professional development, you don't, I never go against what any district wants. You do what your district wants, but there is still a little bit of academic freedom where you can, have students play around with the things that you're teaching them. If you're teaching math, you can do this. If you're teaching history, you can do this. If you're teaching science, you can do this. You can do this with practically any content area. So just some thoughts. I just wanted to throw that out there today. I haven't been on for a while. I've been so busy this is the second week we have of school. It's been really great. A little busy. My classes are getting full. And they've been really great for the most part. It's still the second week. The honeymoon is slowly going away, the honeymoon phase, and you could tell that kids are, they're a little bit antsy over things, but for the most part, it's been great. And so just an idea to kind of throw out there at you. And Field of Dreams is a really great movie. Almost many of Kevin Costner's movies are baseball movies, and I used to be a baseball player and a softball player, and I used to love it. So, movement is key, and I'm a mover. I love to run. I love to do those things. I love to exercise, and it really does help. It helps reflect, right? It helps with reflection, too. You move, you kind of think about the concepts, the words, or your day, or whatever, things that are going on at the moment. And it's really helpful to retain information. I know it helps with me. Sometimes if I'm sitting and I'm trying to remember something, I forget it. I don't know if that's age or what, but when I'm moving, I remember it. And it's, I'm being very honest. Like I don't, I'm a very honest person. Anyhow, that's your weekly tidbit for the day. Have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next week.